hot, sweaty mess. Good morning guys, and welcome to Blog on a Bike week 31 perhaps. After last week's disappointment, not weight wise, just exercise wise, having not managed to get out and do any exercise whatsoever because of my blooming back, I've made the decision today I'm going to go and walk up to the poop hole. It's not particularly comfortable when I walk, it's like a jolting feeling right at the top of my bum and small of my back. But I do have to get out and do some exercise because it's doing my head in, and I want to lose some weight, and also because I've just sat in the car for 2.5 hours on a round trip to the supermarket to collect our shopping, so I've stiffened up a bit in the back department. But I'm out with this little rascal this morning, going for a really quick walk, a couple of miles, and see how I get on. I have got my bike here, so hopefully I'll get out on my bike tomorrow, but in the meantime, just going to get on with it. I'm looking forward to getting back on my bike, it has to be said. But for now, a quick little walk. Oh yeah, also I've left my GoPro at work, so luckily there was no footage on it from last week, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do my video today. But I have got my phone, so I'm trying out using it on my phone. So that's probably why it's a bit bumpy, sorry about that. No! Why are they all coming over? No! Oh, I think you scared them off. No! Come on, mate. That's it. Over here. No! No! I've got a great impression of a horse. No! Come over. That's it. Do that thing that they do. I think that's it, mate. No, they're not interested. No! No, they'll see you later. Oh, look, this one's left. Oh, no, we've still got one. No! No, right, that was it. Oh, yeah. Wednesday morning. I'm back on my bike. So just to give you a bit of an update, obviously been having some problems with my back. My back isn't better, but it is better, if you know what I mean. So having completed a session of Pilates last night, which went okay, decided to give it a go on my bike today. You can see I'm really out of breath. So hopefully I don't do my back a disservice. So it is hot and very humid, so I'm going to be a sweat bag when I get back. It's still just about 11 o'clock in the morning, something like that, but it is baking, and the sun has only just bust through the mist, so it's only going to get a lot hotter today. Another thing, we've been experiencing some really severe thunderstorms last few days. Nothing yesterday, but on Tuesday it was one of the biggest storms we've had for years and years. I love it, but a lot of people don't. But not able to get on my bike when it's thundering. The bad news, of course, there is another giant thunderstorm expected tomorrow, so we'll have to see if I can get out before that hits, because I do not ride my bike when there's thunder, sorry, lightning. Not a good idea, so we'll have to see tomorrow, but I'm hoping I can get my work done before that kicks off. Oh, it's nice in the shade. Anyway, you're going back in my skyrocket so I can get up this hill. You can see it's still misty here as I ride down into Northcote Mouth. But when that breaks through, when the sun gets through there, heat like a fireball. Whee! It's nice and cool at the moment though. Well, I say cool, cooler. It's still warm. There is not much to see up here today. It's normally beautiful down there, but you can barely see it today. I'm actually right at the top here, but you can't see much, so you'll have to take my word for it. Downhill now. Well, I'm nearly back now. Once I get to the top of this hill, that's pretty much me back. But I have to say, I am melting. It is so hot. Whilst I don't mind a bit of nice weather, it's not the time for me to be cycling, it has to be said. I don't enjoy it, but on the other hand, I have to do it, so shouldn't really be moaning that it's not raining or really windy for a change. Better get on with it. Okay, so there we are, 46 minutes. Didn't measure my speed for some reason. That'll probably show up when I save it. But I have to say, that was super hot. I'm glad to be back in here. It is 30 degrees outside at the moment, but it's only 20 degrees in my unit. It will warm up later. But I'm pleased I got out there. No real ill effects from my back, really. It felt a bit funny when I first got on the bike, but that soon alleviated. Perhaps it was that Pilates I did last night. Here's the help with the stretching a bit. But that is it for today. Hopefully I will get out tomorrow on my bike. I should have plenty of time tomorrow, but it really does depend on this weather. Hopefully if I can get in early enough tomorrow, I can get out before all these storm kicks off. But then the storm might not even happen either way. So yeah, back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you then. It is Thursday morning and it hasn't actually rained yet, which is unbelievable because there's been masses of rainfall this morning in Devon and Cornwall, but it seems to have missed us here this morning. You can see beautiful sunshine outside, the rain has passed, there's no lightning, and it is, what's the time? It is 20 minutes past 10, ignore the time on there, we had a power cut this morning. The temperature outside is 35.2 degrees at 10:20 AM. It is hot, but there is no lightning. It doesn't look like I'm going to get a soak in, so I am going out on my bike, hoping to get back before my lunch. I will probably be a sweaty mess when I get back, but I don't care because I really need to ramp up my game. So let's get to it. Oh, geez. Man, I underestimated how sticky and sweaty it would be. It is scorching. In a way, I do hope I do get a bit wet, actually. Cool me down some. Nearly at the top. I better lose some weight this week. Well, this was bone dry yesterday, so I'd say that certainly overnight or this morning, they've had a bunch of rain here. Be interesting to see how wet and slippy that is. But I can tell you it'll be drying quick. The heat today. Ooh. Oh, there's some nice waves down there today. They don't look too big actually, but looking at this guy who's about to catch a wave, looks like a good 3 or 4 foot, I reckon. Probably 2 or 3 actually. I am getting up there gradually, just having a bit of a breather. So here we are, flanked by some interesting clouds. I'm pretty sure there is going to be some thunder here later, some lightning, which will be rad. But for now, have a look at Summerlees Beach. I guess it'll be much busier than that later. Well, I'm entering the home stretch now, and it looks like I'll get back without getting wet, which is good. But it did make you realise when I'm going up this hill, on the tarmac, starting to go a bit slower, just how warm it actually is when there's no breeze on your arms. Woo! Hope I do not get sunburnt today. Oh, what a sweaty mess. But that is done. 7.6 miles, 48 minutes. It was not a quick one today. I was literally just dragging myself around. Anyway, today, as I'm back, the temperature now outside apparently is 36.1 degrees and 25.1 degrees now inside. So it is pure baking like an oven. It probably is a couple of degrees out, but even so, still bloody hot. So tomorrow, what day is it? It's weigh day tomorrow. So yeah, I'm glad I got out and did that today. But I'm just going to melt in the corner, and I'll see you tomorrow for the weigh-in. Hey guys, welcome back to Blob on a Bike. I think this is week 31. What's happened this week? Week didn't start off great, obviously, because I still had my bad back and stuff, but that did start to get better. or perhaps it just I just got used to it, because it still hurts when I get in and out of the car and bend over and all this, that and the other. But it's become normal now, but I think it is getting a little bit better. Good news is, of course, I've been back out on my bike, so I have been doing some exercise this week, so it'll be interesting to see whether I've stayed static, crept up a little bit perhaps, or maybe gone down, which is what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to get on with that and show you a few other bits. I will also mention to you guys, other than riding my bike this week, I've also been doing a lot of other exercise at the man cave, which is not like your normal exercise. Since I came into this unit when it was brand new, and it had this horrible painted floor, which literally started coming up. In fact, I haven't got any there I can show you. It started coming up and peeling the second I moved into the unit, which is fine. I thought, okay, eventually it'll all come up. I'll just sweep it away and that'll be it. But it's got to the stage now, it's crackled all over my unit and it is getting walked everywhere. Now, that's not ideal with my printer, of course, because anything that gets onto the vinyl can mess up the print head, and they are expensive. So, I have been given permission to scrape it all up and get rid of it by the guys that own the units. So, I've been doing that the last 2 afternoons, full afternoons doing it. Bending down, sitting on my little stool, scraping it with a blade, and it is killer. And it has been really hot and humid this week, so hopefully I'll sweat it out about 20 kilos. Anyway, so enough of that. I'll get on with the weigh now and I'll be back in a second. My weight incidentally last week was 107.9. I put on 50 grams, but today I'm hoping to have gone down a bit. So 107.9 to beat. I'll be back in a second. Okay, 107.9 to beat. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so there you have it. Today's weight, 107.6, which means that I have reached a milestone on my app here. So if I hit that, it is now telling me that I have made 11 out of my 12 milestones, which I set myself when I started in the middle of January this year, which means I've now only got 1.6 kilos to go. This, I have to say, is the lowest weight I would have been for years. So I do feel really good. You know, obviously I wonder how much quicker I could have done it if I'd not had these ailments this year with my feet and all that's been going on. But anyway, we're here now and we're still well ahead of target. So what's happening this week? We have got more thunderstorms on their way today and over the weekend. I don't know when this is going to end. We've got a real run of crappy weather. But I actually enjoy it, but it does stop me getting out on my bike when there's lightning kicking around. So I'll be getting out with the family, hopefully getting up on Dartmoor for a nice walk at the weekend, so we shall have to see. Yeah, hopefully you've all been getting out there as well. We'd love to know how you're getting on, so do drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe please if you enjoy my videos. And I do always reply to the comments, you'll notice, so you know, get to it and let me know how you're getting on. Also, another thing I will note, just because it will really annoy my wife, this thing has been driving my wife mad. I have been learning how to solve a Rubik's Cube whilst I've been out of action with my bad back. It did involve a lot of sitting around at home, and I've decided to learn how to do it, and it is not easy, let me tell you that. But if I get time later on today, I will give you a little demonstration and tag it on the end of this video, really just to annoy my wife, because she is sick and tired of the sound of this blooming thing going around like that for hours on end trying to learn how to do it. Let me know below if you can do the Rubik's Cube. Quite an achievement, I think. So I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye. Okay, let's get to it and see if I can't fix this thing and make it so it's looking like a Rubik's Cube again. Try and keep it there so you can see what's going on. You will have to be my audience today. Unfortunately, my wife's not interested. Don't surprise, no surprise. It's pretty dull if you're not doing it. It's pretty dull if you're doing it, to be fair, but it's quite an achievement, I think. It is hot in here today. Do 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 do. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Almost there. Got a few stragglers here. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you solve a Rubik's Cube. All you need to do is have a bad back and have a lot of screen time and try and figure out how to do it. There are tutorials online how to do these things. They are not easy to follow either. But if you can figure it out, it is a great achievement. And I've really kicked up a sweat there, so hopefully I've burnt 10 calories. I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.